So I mean, yeah, like to double up, we become the adults that we needed. All this stuff happens when you were a kid, and I kind of spoke about that on the last video for ADHD. But you know, the older I got, I became the most. I mean, I am the most patient person I know because I've never had anybody have patience for me. I am the most loving person I know because I never had the love I wanted. I became everything I desired in a person. And it's crazy because I'm a whole different person now. I mean, I portray myself, I put on a mask of a whole different person. And it's just like you have to do that. And it's crazy because, as an adult, you start realizing that you're not like perfect. I mean, I realized real quick that adults weren't perfect. I didn't grow up with good parents, but for those of you that did, I bet that's a hard thing. That you become the parent you needed, especially if you have a parent that really was there for you. Like, I bet that's probably really difficult for you. Like, you don't even understand what's missing or anything. But me, on the other hand, I knew everything. I just didn't know anything from anything. I just ended up here, and I'm like, wow, like I would have been perfect for a kid like me, you know? And it's just like that's actually why I really want to have children. I'm gonna be honest with you. At first, I was like, F them kids. But the older I'm getting, the more I realize like, yo, people have kids that don't have no patience, that aren't financially stable to have them, that have no idea what they're doing with kids, that have anger issues, that all this other and the third. And it's just like, why would I let those people have children when I can have kids, when I have patience, when I have this. So it's just like, it's different. Everybody's different. I was actually speaking to my brother. He called me. I think he just called me to ask me something. I don't know. He probably called me for my birthday. I doubt it. He didn't even say happy birthday or anything. He just called me to ask me something right quick, and we ended up speaking for a few minutes. Funny thing is, if you look at that, like, it's a great example of becoming the adult you need. Before I used to be able to get gaslit a lot. And like he was like, oh yeah, you don't call me, this, that, third. And it's like, oh, okay. But then I thought about it, and I look at the messages. The last one to text was me. The last one to reach out was me, like always. But whatever. With that being said, you know, you just have to be and understand that a lot of people ain't good adults, like patient or anything, or even have the capacity to understand what they're doing to you. Like, some people aren't getting over their narcissism. Some people aren't doing the internal work. Some people aren't doing the economic work. Some people aren't doing any of this. Some people are just existing and want to be bacano, like, or cool or whatever. And all they're focused on is clothes, watches, and money. And it's cool, I guess, but there's so much more to life than that. I mean, money is a big important part. Don't get me wrong. With money, you keep yourself sane, but there's spirituality, there's mental health. There's not just, there's whole bunch of other stuff, man. And with becoming the adult I needed, I've become an adult that's above and transcendent from others. I mean, as a child, I always knew that I was a lot, more potent than most people. But I got shut down. I didn't have the accolades or anything. And now that I'm older, and I became the person and the adult that it was just like, I just over exceeded all expectations and all boundaries set for me so much that it became so undeniable for them to really, deny me. Like, honestly, like I didn't, after I'm gonna be honest, after I got my Hall of Fame award from the Department of Labor, man, I got validated by the United States government. I never needed anybody else's validation ever again. Because now I understand that nobody gave it to me because they knew. Like, if the government knew, you knew, because you have been with me the whole time. And if you knew and you didn't give me my flowers, then that's it. That's why I treat you the way you get treated now. That's why I don't talk to you. That's why I don't hit you up. That's why I don't care about you. Why? Because I became the adult I needed. I became the person that I needed to tell myself to say, F that. Get away from me. Actually, you could text me. Cool. I'll reply whenever I want to. I'm not just giving my energy out to anybody, bro. Nobody, no adult ever love me. But you know what? I love me. And I will love my children, and they will not be in this cycle of abuse. They will not be in this toxic cycle of shitty things. Because at the end of the day, that's our job as adults that we became, to push it forward until the other generation. So with that, much love. Be easy.